At first people thought there was a black dot in the sky, until a girl took a telescope and looked. It turned out that it was a man walking on a tightrope on the Twin Towers. The man was 500 meters above the ground. What was even more outrageous was that the man did not have a safety rope. Once he lost his balance, he would definitely fall to pieces. Even though his trouser legs were blown left and right by the wind, the man still looked forward with a serious expression. Soon he had walked half of the way. His companions were dancing with joy behind him. More and more people were watching downstairs. Finally, the man successfully reached the other end. But strangely, there was no trace of joy on his face. Then he did something that shocked everyone. He stood up and walked back from the tightrope. This time he walked faster and more relaxed. He even started to do difficult moves halfway through. He was seen moving his left foot slowly backwards and kneeling on one knee to salute the tightrope and the Twin Towers. At this time, two policemen came over to the man's friend. The man's accomplice was detained by the police. The police yelled at him to come over quickly. But just when he was about to reach the end, he suddenly put the balance bar on his shoulder. Then he turned around and continued to walk in the opposite direction. When he reached the middle, he stopped again, placed the balance bar across the wire, and knelt on his knees to salute the audience downstairs. He also performed a show in the air. Then he lay directly on the wire. The police were so scared that they dared not breathe. But the man enjoyed this moment very much. Until he saw a bird, he realized that he had to go back. However, at this time, the wood at one end suddenly broke and the screws on the wire became loose. The man almost fell down. The helicopter asked him to evacuate quickly. But after walking on the wire for a long time, blood had seeped out of his feet. Fortunately, he stabilized his body and mind again and walked back to the tower with victory. He threw the balance bar out and stood on the tower in a chic manner. The man was arrested on the spot, but his wonderful performance conquered all the audience.